Hello, my name's Paul. I'm a practice educator working at the Trent Simulation Centre. I'd like to declare no conflict and no sponsorship. My presentation is absent in body but present in spirit, battling on when both learners and faculty are remote from the Simulation Centre. It's autumn 2019. The Simulation Centre is running well. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. I'm able to deliver face-to-face teaching to my learners. Fast forward now to December 2019. Simulation Centre is still running well. The birds aren't singing quite as loudly. The sun's not shining quite as brightly. Clouds are gathering on the horizon. It's the first signs that COVID is coming. But I'm still in the centre delivering face-to-face teaching, and so are my learners. Fast forward now to March 2020. Things aren't quite so bright in the Simulation Centre anymore. The clouds have now obscured the sun. COVID is upon us. It's the first wave. It's time for me to go back to clinical practice. My learners have also been taken away from training. Simulation training has been put on hold for a while. I'm back in practice now. I don't know where everything is, and I can't quite remember what all those lights and buzzers mean on the ventilator, but I'm doing my best. I'm trying to be useful. Fast forward to summer 2020. The sun's come out again. The first wave is starting to subside. The birds have started singing. They've let me back in the Simulation Centre. Not quite time for my learners yet though. We've got things to prepare. We've gathered the whole team together. That's the education, the administration, the technical, and our management. We've got lots of ideas and we're busily sharing them all. We need to make the best of this. How are we going to deliver training in a post-COVID world? The key to this all is our SimTech geniuses. We couldn't have done it without them. They've listened to all of our ideas and they've started to make them reality. Fast forward now to September 2020. The Simulation Centre is now open for business. For those learners who come from our own NHS trust, they're back in the centre and we're delivering face-to-face training. For those in more distant trusts, we're able to offer remote simulation. Fast forward to November 2020. The dark clouds are gathered again. The second wave is upon us. I'm spending some time back in practice, but sometimes still in the Simulation Centre. And this time, we're better prepared. We know what to face. Some of our learners are back with us. We're making sure they're fully PPE'd, but for those learners who are remote, we can still deliver remote simulation. Fast forward to January 2021. It's time for my first vaccination. Fast forward, February 2021. A letter arrives. The government have recalculated my COVID risk age. What does this mean for me? Well, to be honest, it means I'm considerably older than I thought I was, and I'm at a higher risk. I need to shield. But what does this mean in real terms? Well, I'm no longer welcome back in clinical practice, and I can't go into the Simulation Centre. So how am I going to be useful? What does shielding mean for me? Well, primarily it means keeping myself and my family safe. But I'm really aware that simulations are still occurring within the Sim Centre, and debriefs need to be conducted. Teaching needs to be delivered to members of the trust, but I'm not allowed to help. How am I going to be useful? Well, it's back to the SimTech geniuses. We came up with a system whereby using a PC at home with dual screens and two different types of video conferencing, I was able to both control the mannequin in the Sim Centre remotely and access my learners via video conferencing. I was able to both perform as the patient and deliver debriefs remotely from the Sim Centre and remotely from my learners. I've never felt so far apart but close together at the same time. March 2021 now. Time for my second jab, fully protected. From April 2021, I'm back in the Sim Centre. I'm well prepared for whatever's coming. The clouds aren't as dark. The sun comes out most days. The birds are singing, and so am I on my way to work. My learners are back in the centre. Some of them are at home. Either way, simulation continues. What's happening in the future? Well, do any of us really know? Here are the lessons I've learned though. Even when you feel alone and separate, as long as the team are around you, you can carry on. Technology is not the enemy. If it weren't for computers and the technology that was provided to me, I would not have been able to fill my role as an educator throughout this crisis. The computer is my friend. And lastly, mutual support has been the key to our team's success. As difficult as this challenge has been for us and for all of us throughout health service, we've done it together and we've become a stronger team together. Thank you for listening.